Graphics cards have never been cheap, but since spring of last year, prices have doubled. That doesn't normally happen. Yes, over time, prices of basically everything go up, but it's because of inflation and increasing manufacturing costs. This is leaving PC gamers looking to upgrade their rigs, doing that thing where you pull your pockets inside out, and then you shrug, and then that wah-wah sound plays. So what's happening? Hi folks, it's Falcon, and today on gameranx, we explore why graphics card prices have skyrocketed in recent months. So, like I said, inflation and increasing manufacturing costs are a pretty normal reason for prices to continually go up over time. Sometimes that cost is associated with an increased demand because you end up needing more product faster, or a certain resource that you need in order to make the product becomes more rare or itself more expensive for some other reason. There may also be a large jump in technology between two generations of a product that justifies a price increase because it's sort of an early adoption, first run of that version of the product. But that really has not happened over the last year. Yes, graphics cards have gotten a little bit better, but incrementally so. And games, yes, have demanded a little bit more, as they do every single year, but as the price increases from inflation, it usually does a few dollars. Or, in fact, sometimes the manufacturing cost goes down and the price remains the same despite inflation. In any case, I'm not describing a situation where the price of a graphics card goes up to double its price over the year. That's just unheard of. You don't see that happen. Now, I can give you a short answer to why and a long answer to why. The short answer is Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin doesn't sound like a huge deal. In fact, it's a highly unstable virtual currency, but I would call it something other than that. It's probably more appropriate to call Bitcoin, at least at this point in time, a speculative commodity. And what that means is that people buy it and sell it on a market not unlike the stock market with the intent of profiting. But being it's a commodity, you have to be buying and selling something. So what is that? Well, it's the calculation power that all of the Bitcoin miners, that is to say lots and lots of computers, graphics cards, and dedicated devices, are using to solve various hashes, that is, cryptography essentially. Hashes can be used in encryption, in various other programming facilities, and this is basically the speculative value of Bitcoin in that it creates a large computing network that could in theory be used down the road for something important. But right now, it's a speculative resource, one that is pretty valuable at the moment. A mining company in Israel called Natural Resource Holdings Limited recently switched away from natural resources into Bitcoin, and their stock price went up 3,000%. Various officials in Putin's government in Russia are setting up mining operations where Russia will actually have its own Bitcoin clone. As of August last year, the plan was to sink $100 million into it. This is quickly turning into very big business, and it's because the price of Bitcoin fluctuates in a large way. Like I said, it's unstable. It goes from low prices to ridiculous prices at unexpected intervals, and people make obscene amounts of money off of it. There's stories that you see on Reddit all the time, if you're looking, where somebody started mining a few years ago and ended up with a ton of money that they cashed out recently when Bitcoins were worth $18,000 a piece. If you were mining back in 2012, for instance, like one poster, you could have easily paid off all your debt, which is exactly what a Redditor by the name of Wittgensteinian Inc. did. Gamers, on the other hand, are not exactly thrilled. And I think that we have a legitimate gripe here. Now, while it's nice that a bunch of people are achieving financial independence through a different means, there's some gamers who understand exactly why the price is so high that are saying to themselves that it would be nice if it would just crash. And I don't want everything to crash and burn for people because I'm malicious. Far from it. I want people to live lives in which they do have financial independence. But there are literally warehouses in China filled with miners and graphics cards, and I mean full-on on warehouses, making more money than you can possibly imagine. Frankly, the incentive is still currently there. There's a lot of money to be made, and where there's money to be made, there's people to do it. Unfortunately, that's kind of dipping into the graphics card supply. And when I say kind of, I'm making a huge understatement because it's not kind of. Obviously, like I said, the price has doubled over the last year just because they can't keep up with demand, so they need to find profit in there somewhere. So what can you do as a gamer who is looking to upgrade? Well, and this may sound counterintuitive, you can buy a pre-built PC or gaming laptop. Yeah, it actually costs less to buy a laptop or a full desktop PC made for gaming than it does to build one. At least at this point in time. I'm not going to say that that condition's going to last forever, but going into 2018, it just seems like that's kind of what we're working with. Keeping that in mind, you should definitely keep your eyes peeled because we're going to be working on a few lists of pre-made gaming PCs to help you keep up with the hardware race as well as not break the bank because of the Bitcoin miners. Look out for those within the next week or so. In any case, we're interested in what you think. Is this annoying you? Do you wish Bitcoin would go away, or are you jumping headfirst into the craze yourself? If you enjoyed this video, please click like, and if you're not subscribed, now would be a great time to do so. We upload brand new videos every day of the week, and the best way to see them first is, of course, a subscription. As always, thank you very much for watching this video. I'm Falcon. You can follow me on Twitter @FalconTheHero, and we'll see you next time right here on gameranx.